Good day, people. Good day, good day, good day, good day. This is a video review of my video with DMG called Black Existentialism. So I'm going to put on a video and let it play. And when I feel to comment, I will definitely comment. Enjoy. You hearing me, DMG?
I hear you.
All right. So this is the infamous DMG. Sorry about that, folks. We had some technical problems there. So you can go ahead and talk, DMG, and let the people know what you're gonna present, and I'll mute my mic, right? And when you're done, we'll invite people to come in if they have any questions, right?
All right, understood. All right, family. So y'all know who it is. It's your brother, the infamous DMG, okay, aka DMG the poet, aka Brother Bianchi. And I'm simply here to do a little introduction for those who aren't familiar, and even for those who are familiar with Black existentialism, aka Africana critical theory. I'm just here to shed a little bit of light on that particular um, uh, brand of philosophy. As for those who don't know, I have a few videos on the channel where I'm dealing with the Black existentialist perspective of musicians like Gil Scott-Heron. I get into his lyrics. For those who don't know who he is, he's the man who made the song Revolution Will Be Televised. Kind of prophetic when you think about it. But he also had a bunch of other dope poems, dope songs, etc. I got a video on his Black existentialist view. I even get into Black existentialism and I break down Tupac Shakur's poem, The Rose That Grew from the Concrete. So just things like that. And you can find my channel, Paradigm Shift TV 314. Go subscribe, support your brother. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to share my screen.
Give me a second, DMG. I just dropped the link to it in the chat, so they can go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Right? So it's in the chat there, right? Just so you know.
Appreciate it. And so yeah, like I said, I'm gonna get ready to share my screen. Matter of fact, let me get into my joint. And how do I go? Oh, forgive me, family. I was just trying to figure out how to go full screen. I see it now. All right, so I can get ready to. Oh, wait a minute. What is this doing? That is crazy. Give me 1 second. This is absolutely nuts. Why is this? Okay, let me get out of this. I don't know what I did to my presentation, but all of a sudden it's animated like you want to turn it into a video instead of a presentation.
Wow.
Don't know why that was, but
it started getting existential on you, man. That's what happened.
Yeah, I'm like, why is it turning into a video? So I press play. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what I did. I probably hit some kind of button that turned it into a video for whatever reason. But we're gonna get right into it. Can you see my screen?
Oh, let me go in the back and see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So let me mute out, and then you could say what you have to say, right?
All right, and this is the exact same presentation that I did in my debate against JJ 7 Cent over on Sonetta channel. The exact same presentation. So what I'm gonna do, let me go and share my brother channel. Share this video with
You know that was a horrible display on JJ's part, huh?
Bro,
and I wanted to say that, but they wouldn't let me go in. But
I know you did. I know you did, bro. Listen.
God, that's hard. That was horrible. That was so. I mean, that was horrible.
Like, bro,
exactly.
I don't even know. I really don't even know what his I don't know what his point was, bro.
He was arguing. You know what happened? He was arguing the wrong thing. He was arguing existentialism, and it's not the same thing.
Hold on for a second, bro. Hold up.
All right. Wow, man, that man was given a totally different argument. That man was given a totally different argument than what my brother was talking about. Brother JJ was going off.
Man, let me tell you something, man.
That was crazy.
So I just told you to hold up, right? I just told you to hold up.
Don't tell
me. The
me
reason I told you to hold up, my wife is trying to get my attention. Hey, listen, this is the life of a man when you've been married 28 years. Why did my wife say, did you just tell somebody you love them? I was like,
did you say that?
Like, no.
Oh, I wonder if I missed that part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I ain't say nothing like that. Hey, but the fact that she was like, hey, he finna stop whatever he doing and answer this question is what I'm laughing at. I was like, I ain't say nothing. I say, I'm talking to a dude. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
boy, you lucky or no? You lucky. All boom, boom, bam, bam, boom, boom.
Hey, you hear me? Yeah, it was about to be some consequences and repercussions to that thing, bro.
That's crazy.
Hey, she was dead serious too. Like, I'm like, that is hilarious.
Well, first of all, after 20 years of marriage, you're supposed to know the tone already. I know as soon as she called you, you said something is wrong because you know the
exactly. Exactly.
Honey tone, that's the oh my God, I don't know what I did tone. Starting to get scared.
Yeah, I'm like, well, she not feeling good, so I was wondering if maybe, you know, she needed me to do something because I asked her.
You know the tone. You know the tone already, DM.
Exactly. So I'm like,
gonna make 21 years, so I know the tone. Once they hit that tone, you done know. Oh my God, something wrong.
Exactly. I'm sitting here like that. Don't sound like I don't feel good. Yeah. That sound like you done messed up.
Yeah, we know the tone. We know the tone already, man. We know the tone.
Boy. She just gave me the best laugh I done had in a minute.
All right. So,
but let's get into this presentation.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute out, and when you're done, you'll let me know, and then let's see if anybody wants to come in.
I got you. And hey, family, my wife just gave me the time to share the video with as many people as I could. Hopefully we'll get some more bodies in here. But even if we don't, me and my brother gonna rock out and we gonna give y'all this information. That being said, let's get into it. So I call this presentation, I call this Freedom Defined, Black Existentialism as the Ultimate Path to Black Liberation. And I think the title speaks for itself, but in the event that it is still unclear, we're gonna go ahead and get into this info. So, introduction. Black existentialism began with the pre-colonial and slavery era writings of figures like Frederick Douglass in the 19th century, which explored themes of freedom and self-definition. This was followed by the early to mid 20th century, which saw a more explicit development through thinkers such as W.E.B. Du Bois, Richard Wright, I'm struggling with that word, but anyway, philosopher Frantz Fanon, who grappled with racial alienation, the existential crisis of Black identity, and the struggle for meaning in an oppressive society. Black existentialism is a philosophy that serves as a living record of our struggle to define ourselves in a world built to erase us. From Frederick Douglass's 19th century reflections on freedom and human dignity through W.E.B. Du Bois' call for self-definition after slavery, to Richard Wright and Ralph Ellison's explorations of alienation, this tradition centers the Black experience as a starting point for understanding existence. Intro continued. Frantz Fanon exposed the psychological toll of racism and colonization, while Stokely Carmichael carried existentialist ideas into the Black Power movement, proving that this framework fuels action as well as thought. Black existentialism shows us that meaning is not handed down by oppressive systems. It is created by us, for us. That is why it stands as the most powerful and relevant ideology for Black people seeking freedom, identity, and self-determination today. Black existentialism, or Africana critical theory, is a school of thought that critiques domination, affirms the empowerment of Black people in the world, although it shares a word with existentialism in that philosophy's concerned with existence and meaning in life. It is predicated on the liberation of all Black people in the world from oppression. It may also be seen as a method which allows one to read works by African-American writers such as W.E.B. Du Bois, James Baldwin, Frantz Fanon, William R. Jones, and Ralph Ellison in an existentialist frame. Lewis Gordon argues that Black existentialism is not only existential philosophy produced by Black philosophers, but it is also a thought that addresses the intersection of problems, the problems of existence in Black contexts. Some definitions. Existentialism is concerned with existence, freedom, choice, and authenticity. Black existentialism is an existential reflection rooted in the anti-Black racism and colonization. It critiques domination and affirms Black agency. Historical context: the transatlantic slave trade, colonialism, and Jim Crow. Black thought resisting oppression, and the need for a philosophy addressing Black being and concern. W.E.B. Du Bois' double consciousness. Here he deals with the internal conflict and fragmented sense of self-experience by African Americans who are forced to see themselves not only through their own eyes, but also through the racist and stereotype lenses of the dominant white society. William R. Jones, Black existentialist philosophy came to the academy in the 1970s in the work of William R. Jones, who argued for a humanistic response to Black suffering through facing the absurd as found in the thought of Albert Camus and dealing with the contradictions of theological beliefs. Jones drew from existential philosophy to reject non-verifiable claims posed by Black theology. Where history is presented as God trying to liberate Black people, historical evidence, Jones suggests, says otherwise. Instead of relying on God, Black people should take their lives and history into their own hands and build a better future for themselves. This is not to say that Jones took the position that Blacks who believe in God should not love God. His point is that they should not rely on God for the elimination of injustice on earth. His notable work, and everybody should get this book, Is God a White Racist? Where he addresses the issues of Black theology, saying that God allowed this indignity and this suffering and then rescued us from it. Frantz Fanon. Fanon is a central figure in Black existentialism, which applies existential philosophy to the specific condition of Black people under colonialism and racism. Fanon argued that due to colonization, Black individuals are forced to see themselves as objects in the eyes of the white world, a state of alienation and existential deviation where their identity is defined by the dominant culture rather than their own. This results in a psychological burden and a lack of self-definition and a longing for white recognition that ultimately fails to affirm their true humanity as described in his seminal work, Black Faces, White Masks. Ralph Ellison, his novel, Invisible Man, the work explored themes of alienation, absurdity, and the struggle for individual meaning within a society that defines the protagonist's humanity due to his race. Like other existentialist writers, Ellison's protagonist seeks freedom and self-affirmation by confronting oppressive systems and ultimately finding his own identity. William Wright. William Wright integrated existentialist themes into his work by focusing on individual struggle for meaning and freedom within a society that oppresses and alienates the Black experience. Notably, in Native Son and The Outsider, his novels, such as The Man Who Lived Underground, explore alienation, the absurd, and the creation of self through choices made in the face of social constraints, leading to a concept of Black existentialism that highlights the particular challenges and avenues for freedom within Black life. Lewis R. Gordon. Lewis R. Gordon is the leading contemporary scholar of Black existentialism, a philosophical tradition that examines the unique challenges and affirmations of Black people's existence under oppression and dehumanization. Through his writings and work on decolonizing knowledge, Gordon explores how Black people assert agency, create meaning, and affirm life despite the pervasive structures of anti-Blackness and white supremacy. He has also edited key texts in the field, such as Existence in Black, an anthology of Black existential philosophy, and Black existentialism and decolonizing knowledge. Black existentialism does not reject the valuable contributions of Pan-Africanism, the Nation of Islam, or the Moorish Science Temple. Instead, it absorbs their insights, community, pride, political solidarity, spiritual grounding, while avoiding their limitations. By insisting that Black people define themselves, confront oppression, both external and internal, and craft meaning beyond imposed categories. Black existentialism offers the broadest, most adaptable path to true liberation. Other movements. Pan-Africanism often prescribes a shared continental or diasporic identity and a political unity project. The NOI and Moorish Science Temple root identity in specific religious/national narratives, like being the lost tribe of Shabazz or Moorish Americans. These frameworks can inadvertently replace the external label with another. Why Black existentialism wins? It resists all imposed essences, including race, nation, or creed, allowing Black people to define themselves beyond borders or dogma. Core principles, self-definition over fixed identity. Existentialism centers the lived experience of Black people and insists that existence precedes essence. Freedom is created, not inherited. Each person and community defines itself anew, encourages continuous questioning of any authority, political, religious, or cultural sentiment that limits authentic life. Why is it best for Black people? It emphasizes Black humanity in an anti-Black world. Black existentialism, unlike its Eurocentric counterpart, is fundamentally rooted in the struggle against systemic racism and the dehumanization of Black people. It provides a philosophical lens to confront and reclaim Black humanity in the face of a society that has historically denied and distorted it. It emphasizes Black humanity in an anti-Black world. Oh, my bad, that's the same slide. Focusing on Black liberation and empowerment rather than a solidary, individualistic, sorry y'all, quest for meaning. Black existentialism is predicated on the liberation of all Black people from oppression. It analyzes the collective struggles of Black people across the diaspora and affirms their resilience and agency in creating meaning and resisting marginalization. It addresses double consciousness. Drawing on W.E.B. Du Bois' concept, Black existentialism explores the philosophical or the psychological burden of double consciousness. The internal conflict of seeing oneself both through one's own Black identity and through the lens of a prejudiced white society. This provides a framework for the understanding and resolving of this psychological duality. It values self-definition and authenticity. The ideology emphasizes the importance of Black people defining themselves authentically, rejecting and recoding the negative stereotypes and controlling images imposed by white supremacy. In this way, it fosters a healthy and affirming Black identity. It addresses both external oppression and inner effects. It provides tools and self-definition rather than imposed definitions. Other frameworks that integrate history, culture, psychology, and politics. It helps to recover agency and dignity. In conclusion, and a call to action, Black existentialism / Africana critical theory is not merely theoretical. It's a lived necessity to claim voice, identity, and freedom. Supports institutions, communities, intellectual work that empowers rather than neutralizes. The call is this: study, teach, create, and resist, and put those things into practice.
Yeah, people, it's your boy, Brother Jose, doing a review of this Black Existentialist content, which is actually my video, so I don't have to worry about any strikes. It came out of a debate he had with JJ7000, which I would say he won. He actually did a review of the debate the other day. So like, share, and subscribe. Let me put the brothers. You see, even though the brother that support me, so let me put the brothers YouTube in there. Right. Let that marinate. I'll put the brothers YouTube in there. He's a good brother. He's always support me. He has two YouTube right. He has two YouTube pages now. So I'm gonna put you on to both of them. Paradigm Shift 314 and Well Viewers. Both of those are his pages. So let me get the links quickly. Let me get the links very quickly. In the meantime, so not to have me talking all over, I'll put the I'll put the video back on to play by the time. All of a sudden I want to go crazy. I'll put the video back on to play again by the time.
And these are just some extra thrown in, like, you know, quotes from Baldwin. You got the civil rights movement, Black Panther leaders, examples of Baldwin's activism, Ella Baker's grassroots strategy, and the source for that is James Baldwin.
Come on, what is that?
Here are my notes and my references and further reading. You got W.E.B. Du Bois and Ralph Ellison, Invisible Man. You got James Baldwin, The Fire Next Time, and No Name in the Street. William R. Jones, Prejudice and Racism.
What is this?
Lewis R. Gordon, Existence in Black, an anthology of Black existential philosophy, Bad Faith and Anti-Black Racism.
What is that?
Black Existentialism and Decolonizing Knowledge. Got secondary sources, Double Consciousness, the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. You got Philosophy by Naomi Zack, The Good Faith of the Invisible Man, on Ellison and Existentialism. And that is it for me, family. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you, my brother, for having me, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming. So, everyone, now's the time to hit the link. Come and talk to my brother. Peace to all of DMG's people in the chat. So now's the time for you to hit the link. If you want to come in, now's the time to hit the link. So, you wanna get into analyzing the debate while we wait for them to hit the link, or no?
Say that one more time, my brother.
I said you want to get into talking about the actual debate, how you prepared, what was the reason for the debate, what led us to the debate.
Yeah, let's do that.
I really wanted to talk about it, so we could talk about that while we give people the time.
JJ, Chris Harris at the time, and I don't know if he still does or not, but at the time this first started occurring, about maybe 8-9 months ago, maybe. Chris Harris was describing himself as a Black existentialist. As a result, Jeremiah Judah and Mandinka Mali, 7,000, whatever his name, he got 7,000 names. That brother, because Chris Harris said that's what he represented, that brother went on a quest to try to find out more about it. The issue was the brother literally looked up the wrong philosophy. And so when he found out that I was the one who hipped Chris Harris to Black existentialism, he started to try to goad me into the debate. And at first, I haphazardly accepted the challenge and said, all right, let's do it on Sonetta, talk to Sonetta, all of that. That's how I ended up doing my presentation on Black existentialism on Sonetta channel. Because I thought as the more I talked to JJ, the more I realized he didn't know what he was talking about. And what would be the point of a debate when you're not actually debating what I say I represent? And so I ended up doing a presentation on Sonetta channel just to get my thoughts on and the information about Black existentialism out without having to do what I ended up doing on Sunday to JJ. So now you fast forward that to me and JJ have a back and forth, and he make this challenge again. And you know, I'm a moody son of a biscuit eating bulldog. So depending on my mood, I'm gonna entertain you.
Hold on, just so you know, you could use bad language, yeah? So
okay, you know, I'm trying to clean it up though, brother. Remember my wife had opened that door up there? I ain't trying to get that door opened again. So I said I was gonna try to clean it up, but you know, sometimes people take me there. But that being said,
I don't want you to get licks in front of the camera. So
yeah. I ain't trying to look in slow motion. Y'all see, you know, what are you doing? Nah, my wife don't abuse me. My wife don't abuse me, but she might throw something at me. But that being said, so depending on my mood, I might entertain you, I might not. And he just so happened to catch me in the mood.
I'll put my link in the chat. If you're interested in coming in, just turn your camera on and you can come in, no problem. So let's get back
to embarrass somebody. And I feel like for anybody that watched that debate and seeing that he wouldn't address anything I said, and I literally rebutted everything he said. Like he didn't take into account that Black existentialism is a separate philosophy from existentialism at all. Even though it's clear, he never took it into account. So then you look at when he made a claim, I rebutted it. He talked about James Baldwin being a homosexual. My rebut was, yeah, we all know that's the case. But while he was fighting in the civil rights movement, while he was writing Black existentialist work, he never promoted his sexual lifestyle, ever. No one knew for sure. They may have, you know, when they talked to him and seen he was a little sassy, they might have intimated it, but nobody knew for sure. He didn't actually come out and say what his preference was until he moved to Europe. That being said, again, when he says to be a Negro in America and be relatively conscious is to be in an almost constant state of rage, where's the lie? No matter where he put his penis, where's the lie? So I rebutted that as if him being gay somehow nullified the truth he spoke through this Black existentialist lens. That was rebutted. It is very beneficial.
So here's what
I just couldn't get all the way through it.
Here's what I'm going to tell you to do. Clearly, you have more time now. Go back to the brother and continue your Medu Nature studies, brother.
Yeah, I've been thinking about picking it back up just to finish what I started, and the brother is getting, not putting anything on him, just stating facts. He getting older, and I don't know how much longer he gonna be teaching. So I'm definitely gonna look back into it and pick it back up, because I just would like to know and be able to, you know, have a dialogue about what it's actually saying versus what, you know, I'm being told it's saying, or whatever the case may be.
Now I'm gonna say this to you. You know, there is no rule that says you can't practice Kemetic spirituality and be a Christian at the same time, right?
Yeah,
you know that, right?
Well,
now you said it.
It may not be a rule. It may not be a rule on that side. Because when you say Kemetic spirituality, then that's indicative of some form of religious orientation, for lack of a better word. And so if that's the case, then there's rules on the other side that will prohibit that. However, there is no rule that say I can't study the Kemetic history, Kemetic myth, etc., which I still continue to do to this day. And probably I was doing it before I came into this community. As you can see, or if you can see it, my whole right arm is a ode to the Kemetic experience. So
according to your fellow Christians, you mark up your body and you committed a sin. They judge you for that.
No, that's for Jewish people, bro. I'm black.
They still gonna judge you.
No. Hear me out. Any Christian that would say that to me would have to point to a scripture in the Old Testament that points to a prescription that's been given to Jewish people, to Israelites, ancient Israelites at that. That does not pertain to the kid.
Well, you do know. You should. I think you guys should accept the whole Bible and stop saying the Old Testament doesn't.
Yeah. No, I accept the whole Bible, but that don't mean what's written for that particular people at that particular time now applies to me. You can't make me a Jewish person, bro. You trying to make me an Israelite?
Well, unfortunately, the original Christians were.
People, we're 37 minutes into it. Let me end it right here. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.